Good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's 9:36 a.m. in the morning, this Sunday morning, the 16th of November 2025, and I'm just out for another adventure, but this time I haven't got Bear with us in the back, and I'm going to go back to do the Whittledean Burn walk, because the last time I went there I was going to go and try and see the ruins of the NAFFERTON Castle, but when I got to the far side and crossed over the A69 via the Farmers Access Bridge, when I got down to the bottom there was a double wooden gate padlocked shut, so with having the dog I couldn't get him to jump over and walk along the road and try and find a way to get down to the continuation of the Whittledean Burn. So I'm going back today without the dog, and I'm going to try and, if the gate's still padlocked shut, I'm just going to be able to climb over it myself and walk along the road and then look for a gap in the hedge row on the left hand side to drop down the river and find these ruins. So that's what I'm doing today. So obviously it's a late start. I'm normally away by 5-6 o'clock in the morning when it's still pitch black, but it's like I say, it's 9:37 in the morning now. So I've set my trip on to see how many miles it is to go to Ovingham, to park behind the church as usual. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now. Okay, I've reached my destination, Ovingham. It's 10:30 a.m. in the morning, this Sunday morning, the 16th of November 2025, and I normally park behind the church, but when I've come along the main road there and looked along the lane going along the back of the church, it's completely full with cars, so there's no space to park. So I've come where I came before, behind the Bridge Inn pub, and just parked here overlooking the grass area here and over the orchard and the allotments. So I've just set up my time-lapse camera and looking over there towards Prudhoe. That's Prudhoe. Right, so how I've got to here, this parking spot, I've come down towards the bridge, followed the road round to the right, and it drops down and it comes down to the old pub there called the Bridge Inn pub, which is right at the start of the little footbridge, little arched bridge, stone bridge there, going over the Whittledean as it comes over this end. So I've come through the gap in the two buildings here, this house that somebody's doing up, and the old pub that's closed. So I'll just show you where I am exactly. So like I say, normally I park at the behind the church in Ovingham here, but I can't get in. There's works going on. They've got bags of gravel and sand, and so there's less spaces for to get a car parked. So I've had to come further down the road here and turn left at the pub here, and there's the name Bridge End Inn pub. So normally I'm up there where the church is. So where that telephone box is, if you park in the back lane, you come round, it brings you out on the main road there, up there where the telephone box is. But I've come round past that, then turn left here, and that's Whittledean, where the metal railings are. Comes right down to here from the A69 motorway, and it goes underneath the road. Then it continues along there. That's where the little bridge goes over the top of it, look. In fact, I'll just put that on video now. I'll leave my car running. I've set my time away, so I'm just leaving the engine running to charge up my batteries for do a longer time lapse. And that's where the people park their cars for these houses at the back, including this one called Green Huff. Right, so I'll just go up on the bridge and show you where the Whittledean Burn comes all the way down to here, and it comes underneath the aqueduct, underneath the road here. Right, then it continues along there and round an S-bend, and then eventually goes back into the river Tyne. So obviously when it's been lashing down the rain, this gets quite full and fast running. So somebody else walking their dogs. It feels strange. We haven't got Bear with us as well, having to have him on the leader. Right, so I'll make my way back up to my car. Part of the rear of the houses here. It's a wonder nobody's bought this pub and done it as a house. Very surprised. Right, let's have a look on this notice board and see what it's called. Riverview. So that way, if you go to the far side then turn right and follow the tree line along, it takes to the river. And that way as well takes it to the stepping stones across the burn there, way at the end of the bridge. Right. Right, so obviously I'm going to be doing my walk now across the road, go behind where the church is, climb over the wall via the big bricks that stick out the wall to help me get it up and over, and then start my walk along Whittle Dean Burn. Right, so it's 10:35 now, and I've done 25.2 miles from South Shields to here to park up. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now.